News this morning. There's been another twist to the Vanderbilt rape case that could lead to a major shakeup in the courtroom. Our Cuthbert Langley live at the Birch Building this morning with the latest. So Cuthbert, what are these newest developments?
Hey, good morning, Amy. We have seen a lot with this trial. We have seen delays. We have seen attempts to completely dismiss the case entirely. And now we have this motion. It was filed late yesterday afternoon by Fletcher Long, the attorney for Brandon Vandenberg. Basically, it's saying the state did not specify the aggravated rape charge enough so that Long and the other attorneys can effectively defend their client. So if this motion does get granted by the judge, the aggravated rape charge would go away, which means Vandenberg and Corey Beatty could only be facing misdemeanor charges, possibly skipping out on prison time altogether if they are in fact convicted of this rape that of course happened back in June 2013. Other than that, though, it was a very detail-oriented day in the courtroom as the police officer for Vanderbilt University walked through with the jury surveillance video inside of Gillette Hall the night of that alleged rape. As I said, it was very detail-oriented. He was walking through the timestamps, explaining what the jury was seeing. Now, the media and the rest of the folks inside of the courtroom are not allowed to see that video. We, however, were able to obtain some clips of surveillance video from that night inside of Gillette Hall, so that gives you a good idea of what the jury was looking at throughout most of the since day one. The victim in the courtroom yesterday listening intently to much of the testimony throughout the day, testimony that lasted 4 hours. It picked up just where it left off on Tuesday. Now, yesterday was a lot less graphic than the day before. There weren't some arguments in court and some tense times between the attorneys. We'll talk more about that coming up at 7:30. For now, we're live here in downtown Nashville this morning. I'm Cuthbert Langley, News Channel 5 HD.
All right, appreciate the update. Thank you very much. And an elderly couple was awakened in a terrifying way early this morning. The couple heard a pop and then smelled smoke in their house on Davidson Road in West Nashville. When firefighters got there were flames in their garage and it quickly was knocked out, but not without smoke and water damage throughout the house. The couple says they're going to stay with neighbors for the time being. Officials are saying it might be electrical, but will still investigate. Justice is one step closer for a cold case out of Springfield. One man is in custody this morning, but another is still on the run. Police say Raphael Level and his brother Quentin Level are responsible for killing Richard McCreary in 2009. McCreary was found dead of a gunshot wound on his porch. Quentin is in jail, but Raphael is still at large. If you see him, call police or Crime Stoppers.
A man had to be taken to the hospital after he was shot at an apartment. It happened yesterday near Lewis and Lafayette in South Nashville. They said the man ran across the street to a business and called 911. No word on any possible suspects as of yet. We do know the man has non-life-threatening injuries, so he should be all right. 7 months after a Baxter man was shot and killed, charges have now been filed against his own father. The Herald-Citizen reporting the Putnam County grand jury indicted Ralph Brock on voluntary manslaughter charges. It stems from a shooting at the home near a golf course last May. Brock claimed at the time he shot his 26-year-old son William in self-defense, and the argument turned physical.
She was attacked by two strangers for no reason, but the victim managed to turn the tables on her attackers. Let's get the latest on this story from Matthew Torres live at the Metro Jail for us. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Amy. That's right. The victim is okay despite what happened to her. Again, she took the brazen move of chasing after the suspect who apparently attacked her for no reason. She told police that this happened last night at the Bud's Curb Market in West Nashville. Police say surveillance video shows both suspects, 28-year-old Miosha Palmer and Rachel James, attacking the victim. But when the two tried to get away, they were met with a very determined victim who tried to block them from leaving with her car. The suspects were able to get away, but not without the victim trailing right behind them. Palmer and James must have been scared or nervous because they drove to the North Police Precinct. The victim tried to block the two in, but the suspect rammed their vehicle right into the victims and got away. But again, the victim continued to chase after them, which they all eventually ended up here at the Criminal Justice Center to seek for police help. Police obviously interviewed them, questioned them as to what happened. They reviewed the surveillance video from the original location, and they eventually arrested Palmer and James for charges of assault. Palmer is facing the serious assault of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. happened since she was the driver. The victim in this case is going to be okay. For now, we are reporting live from the Criminal Justice Center. I'm Matthew Torres, News Channel 5 HD.
Matthew, thank you. And a man police say smuggled drugs through Tennessee was nabbed on I-40. Police arrested Christopher Cameron after a traffic stop uncovered more than a pound of pot and an AR-15 rifle. Police also found a potent form of marijuana known as wax. It's a processed form of THC. Cameron told police he was traveling from Virginia to Texas. He's now in jail on a $300,000 bond.
Hendersonville police need your help identifying this thief using other people's credit cards. There's a picture, so take a good look at this guy. We're told he used other people's cards several times in Nashville, Goodlettsville, and the Madison area. Police also say the suspect may be responsible for other charges down in Georgia and Florida. Anyone with information should contact the Hendersonville Crime Stoppers number. They're at the top of your screen, 573-5400.
Police want you to take the time, and they want to remind you to park smart. They've had an increase of stolen vehicles in the last few days, and most of them were taken because the cars were made easy targets. They're reminding you to lock your doors, take any valuables inside with you, and most importantly, of course, never leave your keys inside the vehicles, because many times the vehicles are open and they just get right in.